The Duchess Rail Trail near my house is a great place to go for a walk in all seasons, get some exercise, and watch birds and other wildlife. There are many pretty songbirds that breed here in the summer, and some migrate south for the winter. Several woodpecker species stay around all year in the woods along the rail trail. Among these is Downy Woodpecker, the smallest woodpecker in North America. It has black feathers spotted with white markings and a white belly. Let us hear it drumming. Male Downy Woodpecker has a red crown, while female has only black and white markings. This is a true story of a Downy Woodpecker witnessing the loss of its carefully crafted cavity for winter roosting along the rail trail to a series of local opportunists. In the winter of 2015, I heard a pecking sound in the woods while on the rail trail near my house. I stopped and looked towards the woods. There was a male Downy Woodpecker hammering on a dead hardwood tree. He worked on it for over a week and then disappeared into his freshly made cavity home, ignoring the passersby. If I stopped on the trail and took a couple of steps towards the tree trunk, Downy the Maker would emerge from the hole chirping and wait for me to move on. A month later, when I stopped on the trail, a bird flew out of the cavity. This time, to my great surprise, it was not Downy the Maker. It was instead a red-bellied woodpecker, a larger woodpecker with a red crest and a red patch on its belly. What happened to Downy the Maker? The next day, I noticed fresh chippings on the ground by a dead and decaying pine tree not far from the original cavity. There was a hole about 10 feet off the ground. As I moved closer to this tree, Downy the Maker looked out of the hole, but stayed put. For the next month or so, the first custom-built cavity was occupied by the red-bellied woodpecker, while Downy the Maker remained in the second cavity hurriedly made in soft wood. Then the next change occurred. This time there was again a Downy in the first cavity, peeking down but not taking any chances. From the markings on his head, this was not Downy the Maker, who was still in his makeshift shelter. For over another month, Downy the Maker held on to his substitute cavity, while the sneaky Downy claimed and guarded the prize roost. In early April, as the days got warmer, the woodpeckers abandoned their winter homes. The much-cherished cavity was now occupied by a different creature. A mouse, a rat, or some other rodent. I walked closer and gently knocked on the tree trunk. A flying squirrel emerged and went up a nearby tree. Through the long cold winter and into the spring, demand for a carefully crafted cavity remained high, and while Downy the Maker settled for his makeshift dwelling, 3 other creatures did his prize cavity occupy. The 2 cavities were now vacant. What did they look like inside? My friends and I looked in with a borescope. Each had 2 openings and a layer of chips at the bottom. All was squeaky clean, as if new. It is not easy to hold on to a well-built shelter. Such are the challenges of life in the wild. Yet all dwellers did keep things clean, not helter-skelter, with order preserved and nothing defiled.